All right.
What's up, guys? So we are back at it as so let's back it up a little bit. Uh Me and Goose did this last year, all of last season, the weekly pick'em show. So if you guys are new to the channel within the last year, you probably haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But we did this all last season and we're gonna pick it up again and we're gonna start and get going and get rolling with it again. So week 2, Goose. What's up, guys? What's up, Carrot? What's up, Slay? We're
But
going to start us off with the Thursday nighter, and it's a divisional rivalry here
you want
between the Giants and the Washington football team.
all right, yeah. All right, yeah. So the Giants, man, this is what year 3 of Daniel Jones.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
I mean, I think this is the year that he needs to take that next step. Otherwise, they might need to make a decision. To look elsewhere. I don't know. I heard he had another. I heard he had another turnover late in the game, or
He had a meaningless touchdown at the end, but like at that point it was like too little, too late. They didn't that whole Giants team didn't look too good. Um Me personally, dude, I think it's a make or break year for Jones and Barkley. If Saquon Barkley doesn't make it through the year, I think it's pretty safe to say that he's an injury prone running back and you should probably stay away from him. And he's never going to get big money
yeah, they might. They might decide to move on from him as well.
as well. Absolutely. They could dangle him out there to a team that needs a running back and just say he could be, hopefully try and convince somebody to take him.
Well, I think I'm about to call them the Redskins. I think that their quarterback hurt. Fitzmagic got hurt, I believe.
Yeah, he had a hip flux, something with to do with his hip that was pretty bad.
Give me
Yeah, something to do with his hip that was pretty bad. And I think what's the Taylor Heineke, I think is.
Yeah, I think he tried the playoff game last year, or but not the playoff. Was it the playoff game last year? Did they make the playoffs? Who made the playoff last year in that division? Was it Washington?
I think it was Washington. It was, yeah.
I can't remember. That division was so horrible. But I think it wasn't the Cowboys and it wasn't the Giants or the Eagles. It was Washington.
It was Washington. Fidget, we're gonna get to that. As soon as we get to the Patriots game, we're gonna run them down. But we will get to what I think the score for that game is going to be. Overall record for the Pats, though. First of all, welcome to the channel. That's a new face. I think they're going to be 10-7. I think my Pats are going to end up 10-7. What's up, Pat? What's up, buddy? What's up, Leedy? What up, guys? The usual crew have coming in. So, who do you got, Goose? Who do you think?
I'm gonna pick the Giants. I think it's just a lesser of two evils there. I think give me the Giants. Somebody's got to win.
Yeah, and
I don't know, but
you
I
know,
think
you know what? I'm actually gonna go with Washington in this. I'm gonna go at Washington. I think even with not in front of the camera. There you go. Behind. He's trying to take the show over as usual.
I see that.
I'm going to go with Washington. I'm going to go at Washington. I think that front's going to get after Daniel Jones and get him off his mark. And I don't know, man. I think the Giants are in trouble this year. I don't think Daniel Jones is it. I haven't ruled out, I think they might, if he doesn't do good this year, they may try and move on from him.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is his third year, and he needs to show something that next step. But so we disagree already. Okay, cool. Thursday night.
I just with how the Giants looked yesterday, they're going to be hard to trust, man. They didn't look good at all. That was a bad showing for them on both sides of the ball.
All right.
What's the old Patriot player there? Nate Solder, I think he's still on the offensive line for the Giants. I was watching just a little bit of the clips and of the film from that, just a little bit of it, like maybe like 20 minutes of it. But man, did he got absolutely hosed,
Really?
like hosed.
All right, man. So,
So you said the Giants, and I said Washington, right? So that's the Thursday nighter, and that's an over-under of 40 and a half, and the money line is Washington giving 3.5. So they're saying that's going to be a close game.
Yeah, Washington, and that's on the NFL Network, kids. So if you don't have it, you can't watch it.
Yeah,
I don't know why,
yeah, that's on NFL Network. So if you don't have NFL Network, you won't be able to watch that one.
And next year it's going to Amazon Prime, so you better get your Amazon Prime account.
I heard that. I heard that the Thursday night games are going to Amazon Prime. I did hear that
exclusively. So
yeah.
So I mean, I've noticed that a lot of things are going streaming now. I mean,
I'll just steal the girlfriend's password. We'll be good.
There we go. All right. Yeah. We got the Bengals and the Bears.
She'll go pull up her Amazon account, and it'll just be all this sports crap, and I'll get the phone call the next morning. Why is Amazon recommending all this football shit for me?
Bobby's getting in trouble.
So first up for the 1:00 slates, Goose, is the Bengals taking on the Bears. And that one is an over-under of 45 even, and Chicago given 3.
Bears actually
the Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals. They were very fortunate to win that game. That game probably should have been a tie Sunday with the Vikings. That was another weird game, but they pulled it out. Man, but Chicago didn't look good, man. I mean, I don't know.
They looked really slow. Chicago looked sluggish. Like that offense with Andy Dalton running it did not look good. It didn't look good at all.
Yeah, I think. I mean, they're gonna kick themselves in the butt for not picking Mahomes several years ago, or Deshaun Watson. He's in limbo right now, but they could have had Mahomes, but they moved up and got Trubisky.
I know. I think that decision is going to forever haunt that team until they figure out a way to get a better quarterback in there.
Because they even moved up to get Trubisky. It's not like
Trubisky, yeah.
It's not like he fell in their lap at pick number 10. No, they moved up, and they could have moved up and got Mahomes, but they.
I still can't believe they didn't do that. Like that decision's going to bite them until they find another quarterback.
But give me Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
We're gonna differ again on this one. I'm gonna pick the Bears. I'm gonna pick the Bears to win on that one too. But not by much. That spread is 3.5. That spread's 3.5, right? It's either going to be a field goal or touchdown game. That's going to be a close game.
Yeah, I agree with you. Should be. Most NFL games are close to some extent, but ooh-wee. Yeah, so we both differing opinions. First two games, man.
All right, next up for the 1:00 slate, the Texans taking on the Browns.
Ooh, and the Browns lost last week. Yeah.
They did.
They played Kansas City, right? Was it Kansas City?
They did play Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yep.
They should have beat them. They were leading.
I picked the Bears, Pat, because I have zero faith in Cincinnati as a franchise. Zero. None. The Bengals are the Bengals, man. I have no faith in them at all. And it sucks too because Joe Burrow's career is going to get wasted there.
Yeah, if they don't give him an offensive line, he's going to be wasted.
And so who do you got, Goose? What do you think? Browns or Texans?
Give me the Browns, man. I'm gonna get back on the Brown bandwagon.
Yeah, they played well. They played well against Kansas City. I'm gonna go with you on that one. I'm gonna take the Browns too. I think the Texans are gonna struggle this year.
who's even their quarterback? I know they. Who they won?
It's Tyrod Taylor, the old Bills, the old Buffalo Bills quarterback, Tyrod Taylor.
He's a decent quarterback, but well, they don't have Bill O'Brien no more, so maybe they'll have a chance to do something.
The Browns are going to score over 30 points in that game. The Texans, I think, are going to struggle. The Browns are going to score well over 30 points, probably 35, maybe even close to 40. It's I don't think the Texans are going to be very good at all this year.
So we agree on that one. All right, that's good. Agree to one thing. What we got next?
All right, up next, still in the 1 o'clock slot, we are going to get the Rams taking on the Colts, and that is an over-under of 47.5, and LA giving 4 to the Colts is the money line.
I like the. I mean, I was impressed with Los Angeles Sunday night. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, Stafford looked pretty good throwing that, slinging the football around for LA. He did look pretty good. That offense looked good. I think that's going to be a closer game than people think. I really do.
It is.
It's tough. Yeah, give me LA. I'll take LA. I don't know. I think LA's got the better defense. I think I think McVay's the better coach, even though not by much. I do think the Indies coach is good. Give me the Rams. I'll take the Rams with you. Not by much. Once again, that's going to be a touchdown or less game. That'll be a close game too. What's up, Spotlight? What's up, buddy? Yeah, I think that could be a closer game than people think. That's probably going to be a touchdown game there.
All right, so we agree 2 in a row. We agree on. All right, we're gonna roll.
Sean Rogers. I think it's going to be a close game, man. I think LA will win that game, but I think it's a lot closer than people think. That's another close one, field goal or touchdown. So we're going to stick with the 1 o'clock stint, and we got a AFC East matchup. The Bills taking on the Dolphins, who recently just beat my Patriots, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was surprised because usually they beat you in Miami, not in New England. It's usually Miami who you can't beat them.
It's that the Damian Harris fumbled at the end of the game with 3.5 minutes to go, and that was it. That was the dagger, man. That was the absolute dagger that got stuck in the Pats. That they were driving too. They were in position to either kick a field goal or score a touchdown to win that game. But the Harris fumble screwed them. They fumbled twice too. The young kid there, Ramondre Stevenson from I think he's from Oklahoma. He fumbled too at like midfield and gave the Dolphins a touchdown. They drove down, scored. That was a go-ahead touchdown, and they never looked back from there. But I am going to take the Bills in this one. I'm going to say, so first of all, guys, the over-under is 47.5, and Buffalo is giving 3.5 to Miami. That's the money line. I'm going to say Bills 24. Bills 27, Miami 17.
Yeah, so Buffalo's a 3.5 point road favorite. Yeah, I mean they had a tough loss against Pittsburgh. Give me Buffalo. I think they bounced back and beat Miami on the road.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Buffalo. I think they got too much offensively for Miami to handle. I think they got too much. I think they're going to score 20, 27, 28 points in that game. And they should beat Miami 28, 27, 14, 28, 17, 27, 17, somewhere in that range. So we both took Buffalo, right?
Yeah, both took Buffalo.
All right, we will stay with the 1 o'clock time slot, and it's going to be the next game. Patriots taking on the Jets. The Jets are the home team in this one. Pat's away for week 2. The over-under is 43, and New England giving 5.5 to the Jets.
And the Jets, man, both teams starting rookie quarterbacks, man.
Allow the inner homer in me to come out for like 2 minutes. Fuck the Jets. 28-10 Patriots.
Well, I knew you're gonna pick New England, so I didn't have to question that. But anyway,
28-10 Patriots. They get back on track. They get win number 1.
Yeah, the Jets are one of those teams where they're like the Bengals. They've just been bad.
You just can't trust them.
You can't,
it's just hard to put any faith in them whatsoever.
And they're gonna have to win for me to trust them. So yeah, give me the Patriots on the.
You got to think too that the Jets rebuild isn't close to being over. They got a quarterback that's service. They got their quarterback that's serviceable now. They got a quarterback that can finally, that's not a complete dumpster fire, and I think they can work with. But that doesn't mean that their rebuild is over. They still got a lot of work to do. That team's probably going to be bad for at least 2 more seasons.
Yeah, they still need some more pieces besides the quarterback position. So,
yeah. Well, the O-line, like Mekhi Becton just got hurt for them, so they're missing him now too.
Not good. That's not good.
Good for us going into that game, but they're missing Mekhi Becton. I just saw that today that he got hurt, so that's an upside for the Pats.
Man.
So who you got?
As I said the Patriots.
Oh, you taking the Pats? All right, so we both took Pats on that one.
Yep. We still should be in the early games.
There's a lot of 1 o'clock games.
12 o'clock.
12 for you, 1 for me. The early slot. So we're still in that early time slot, Goose. 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central. Next one up, 49ers and Eagles going at it.
Going to Eagles.
And Sam Fran giving the Eagles 3.5, and the over-under is 50. That's the highest over-under so far, 50.
Wow. What you thinking?
I might go upset. And pick the Eagles. I can't believe I'm going to do that.
Wow. I think both of them beat bad teams Sunday. I think Falcons are garbage, and so are the Lions. So,
you got to. Oh, that's right. Darian Spotlight's Raiders Talk just said it that Mozart, the running back for the Niners, is done for the year.
Oh, that's right. I did hear that. Now that you mentioned, I did hear that. Ooh, man. See, I just don't. Man, the Falcons are garbage, man. I mean, they have no defense.
The Eagles. I do think the Eagles are going to struggle. I really do. I think the Eagles are going to struggle, but I don't know. Something tells me that they're not going to fall off the cliff yet. I'll go with the upset and pick the Eagles.
Man, tough because because Frisco's offense looked. I know they played Detroit, but they scored.
If Jalen Hurts plays like he did in Week 1 against the Niners, that's going to be an interesting game.
It is. I just don't know if.
The Eagles' defense is what's the big wild card. Can they stop the Niners or not, even without Mozart?
I'm gonna pick the team from the West Coast. Give me San Francisco.
You're gonna pick the Niners?
Yeah. Give me the Niners.
I might actually lay that money line too on the Eagles. I might actually take that money line too. 3.5.
3.5.
Already, so still in that 1 o'clock, still in the early time slot. Moving down, The Raiders taking on the Steelers.
Wow, the Raiders and the Steelers. Man, that Monday night game was insane, wasn't it?
Oh, that was crazy. That was a crazy game. It was like, oh, you take the game. No, we don't want it. No, you take it.
I mean, everybody thought it was over when the Raiders scored, but they were down at the 1 yard line. Then they had the false start that really screwed things up. And then they threw the interception. I'm like, really? I said they really throw an interception on the goal line, and then the Ravens fumble it right back. And man, give me the steel curtain. Give me the Steelers.
That final throw from Carr though was nails. That was right. That was on target. That was good throw. That was a good throw.
That was a good throw. Cornerback kind of gave up a little bit, but it still was a good throw. He had a good throw. Before they fumbled, it was a good throw when they were down.
Yeah. No, at the end of the game, Carr was pretty good. That stupid interception in the end zone though, it was like you gotta know better than you gotta know better than that.
But give me.
But I give him credit though. He bounced back, and that throw to end the game was perfect. That was that was a perfect throw.
Yeah, win's a win, right? But
this game's going to come down to how well the Raiders front can do. If they can get to Ben Roethlisberger, the Steelers are going to be in trouble. And I don't know. The Steelers O-line is questionable. So I don't know, man. I may go with the Raiders. I may go with the Raiders in a close one. I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Yeah.
You took Pittsburgh, right?
I took Pittsburgh.
That game, I got a feeling that's going to be like a 27-20, so somewhere, that's going to be a good game. I think that'll be a good game.
All right. So what we got next on the docket?
All right. So up next, the Saints taking on the Panthers. So take it away, Goose. You the resident Saints fan. What do you think?
I think this is going to be a good game. Christian McCaffrey's back for Carolina. I mean, he had, I think, like 90 yards rushing, 90 yards receiving. He's back for them.
Oh yeah, I think he had like 150 total all-purpose yards, something like that. It was like 120, 130 yards. He was like 70 in the air and like 80 or 90 on the ground. It was really good.
He had a good game, and he's a game changer. It's hard to cover him and hard to stop him. And of course, the Saints they kicked ass Sunday, but you're going on the road. Saints are 3.5-point favorites. Man, wow.
Yeah, they're saying that's going to be a close game.
That's surprising, man.
New Orleans is given 3.5, and the over under is pretty low too. It's only 44. So that's a pretty low over under too.
I'm gonna pick the Panthers. I think the Panthers are gonna get this. I think the Panthers are gonna beat the Saints at home.
So you think you're gonna split with the Panthers? I take it then when you play them later on.
I think this is gonna be a tough game. This is gonna be a tough game for the Saints. I don't think they're as good as they played Sunday. I don't think Green Bay is that bad. So I think it's more along the middle of the road.
Yeah.
I still said I said the Saints will win like 10 games this season. I thought 10-7. I'm still sticking to around that win total, 10, 11 games. So yeah, I'm gonna pick the Panthers at home. If this was in the Superdome, I would pick New Orleans, but I'm gonna pick Carolina at home.
Yeah, because the Saints are away, right? They're going to Carolina, right?
Going to Carolina.
I'm gonna take the Panthers. I'm gonna take the Panthers too. I think they're gonna punch New Orleans. I'm with you there. I think they're gonna surprise them.
I think it's gonna be a good game. I just think hope I'm wrong, but it's just I don't know. It's gonna be tough if McCaffrey has a game like he had last week, close to 200 yards all purpose. Yeah, they're winning. They're winning that game. Carolina.
He's a freaking stud, man. McCaffrey's like stupid good. All right, we are still. This is the final early game.
Okay.
This is the final early game before we bump up into the 4 o'clock time slot. The final 1 o'clock or noon game is Denver taking on the Jaguars. Denver is giving 6 to the Jags, and that over under is 45.5. Giving 6. Wow.
On a road too. That means in a neutral site they'd be about 9, 10 game. If it was neutral site, it'd be about 9, 10 points.
Yeah, I don't think Denver is that they're nothing special. Like I don't know. That's a lot of points. 6.
I think Jacksonville's that bad.
That just goes to show you how like bad they think the Jags are.
I don't know if Denver's going to beat them by 6 or more, but I am going to pick Denver. There's no way I'm picking Jacksonville. They're another team that's going to have to prove it that they can win, like the Jets and the Bengals. They're another franchise that's just man. Hey, give me Denver. So the road team.
I'm gonna take the Jags in this game.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take the Jags in this game. I'll take the Jaguars. Lawrence gets a win in this one.
All right. Okay. What's up? What we got next on the?
So headed into the 4 o'clock time slot now, or the mid afternoon games for you, Goose. 3:05 Central Time. Vikings taking on the Cardinals.
Ooh. The Hollis.
Arizona giving 4.5, and the over under 51.
Man.
What do you think?
Yeah, man. Vikings had a tough loss.
That was the last second one, right? Where they lost by the field goal, right?
Yeah, it was an overtime. Yeah,
they kicked the overtime winner, right?
I think Minnesota turned the ball over late in the overtime period because I was watching the game. Then they turned it off because the Saints game was coming on. And I think Minnesota turned the ball over late in the game, and that's how Cincinnati was able to win. But man, give me the Cardinals. I really thought about taking the Vikings, but man.
Vikings, like you said it before, dude, they're one of those teams that have to prove to me that they can win a tough game.
The Vikings?
Yeah. So they're going to be I don't trust them yet. I might go with you and pick the Cards too.
That's who that's what I'm sticking with the Cardinals. I thought about it. So you got the Cardinals?
I do. Yep, we both pick Cards. Yep.
Okay. All right.
I think this next game for us is going to be easy. The Buccaneers taking on the Falcons.
Ow.
Over under of 52. Tampa Bay giving 12.5 to Atlanta.
12.5. Atlanta.
Give me the Bucs. They're going to absolutely murder the Falcons. Tom Brady is going to continue to dance on the Falcons' grave.
I mean, Atlanta's defense was bad last year, and they did nothing
to help it. Nothing to help it at all.
They did absolutely nothing to fix it. They're the worst. They're one of the worst teams in the conference. Give me Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Yeah, give me the alien Tom Brady.
Yeah, I'm taking Brady in the Bucks. And to be honest, they'll probably cover that spread too. They're going to absolutely you think for 1 second Brady's going to let up against Atlanta? He's going to stomp them into the ground.
Yeah,
that'll be 35-7 at half.
Yeah, Atlanta has a lot of problems. They have problems defensively. They can't protect Matt Ryan, so it's they're not even not a good football team. I mean they're not.
So I just want to get to something real quick in the chat. They're talking about Aaron Rodgers not like dude. I don't think he wants to be in Green Bay. I really don't. I don't think he wants to be in Green Bay. I don't think he wanted to be there this year. He just decided to just play it out. But yeah. I think he's a drama queen. I don't think he's. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me after next year if he plays this year and next year and retires.
Yeah.
I don't think he's as interested in it as he once was, to be honest. So obviously me and you both picking the Buccaneers. That's an easy one. Now, I think this is going to be one of the better games of the afternoon, Goose. The next one, so we're into the 4:25 or 3:25 kick times. First one in that time slot, the Cowboys taking on the Chargers. I think this is going to be a very good game.
Cowboys and the Chargers. Yeah. Chargers last year, they lost a lot of close games. Justin Herbert.
They lost like 8 games by like a touchdown or less.
And they actually won one Sunday, a close game.
Yeah.
We talked last year about Justin Herbert. He's gonna be really, really good.
Yeah. For a long time. He's gonna be a problem in this league for a long time.
But I'm gonna pick the Cowboys. Give me the boys. We them boys.
Oh, no, they ain't. I'm picking the Chargers.
Oh, he's picking the Chargers. He's picking LA. Wait, give me the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys played very, very well Thursday.
No, they surprised the hell out of me against the Buccaneers. They did.
They just gave Tom Brady too much time left on the clock to drive down the field. But I think they didn't run the ball very well. That's got to change for Dallas. But I said, yeah, give me the ball.
That is probably that has the possibility to be one of the best games of the weekend. That Chargers and Cowboys game.
And this would be a big win for LA if they can beat Dallas.
Either team. This would be a big win for either team. If the Cowboys were able to, the Chargers aren't a pushover, and if they go 2-0, that's a big time. That's a big time confidence boost for them. If they go 2-0, excuse me, if they competed against the Bucks, lost a close one, and then they get their first win against another good team in the Bolts in the Chargers. I think that's a confidence boost for them. So I think they get their first win. They get their first win because they played the Bucks really well. Like they did. They played them really well. That was a knockdown, drag out, like fight to the finish. And they played them really, really well.
All right. So we got next.
The next one up, the Titans taking on the Seahawks, the over under of 54, and Seattle is giving 5.5. So where's the coach plays?
Titans and the Seahawks. Ooh, man. Wow. It wouldn't surprise me if either one of these teams won. Seattle's a 5.5 point favorite. So Vegas is thinking that they're.
So once again, they're predicting that that's going to be a close game.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't shock me at all if this game is close. But give me the Titans.
I was just gonna say I got a feeling the Titans are going to get back on track. I think Henry's going to run all over Seattle, to be honest. I'm with you on that one. I think the Titans are going to be back on track.
All right, both got the Titans. Okay.
All right, the Sunday night game. Chiefs taking on the Ravens.
Oof, man. That game's in Baltimore, right?
Yes, it is. Baltimore is the home team. Yep.
The Chiefs.
The over-under is 55.
Yeah, this
and
game.
KC is only giving 3.5. So Baltimore, they just don't want everybody bet the Chiefs.
Give me Baltimore at home.
No, I hate to I can't stand the Chiefs, but I got to take them in that game. I hate the Chiefs and their fan base, but I gotta take them in that game. I think they're gonna beat Baltimore. So that is our Sunday night game, and coming up we got the Monday nighter, final game of week 2. Hey, that game is on my birthday. Pretty cool. So the Lions and the Packers taking on one another.
Ooh, man. Like I said, I don't think Green Bay is as bad as they played Sunday.
Me either.
They're not. I mean, Detroit's still a dumpster fire.
Correction. Detroit is a dumpster fire floating down shit creek.
So I don't think Aaron Rodgers is gonna have 2 bad games. Give me Green Bay at home. Big. I think they win this game by like 17.
See, I'm gonna go. Yeah, like there's no way Green Bay is that bad. Yeah. I think that's either gonna be a 10 or 14 point W for them. They're gonna right that ship, and they should absolutely demolish the Lions, because the Lions, they're not good, man. They're really not good.
They're not. You're right. I agree. They're not. They're not good at all.
And they just lost. What's that? Jeff Okudah. They're like number 1 quarterback. They lost Okudah to a ruptured Achilles, so their number 1 cornerback is done for the year. Like they're not good, man. Like that. Until someone who isn't named Ford is running that organization, they're not going to be good. It's like 50% of why they're not like as good as they should be or never reach their potential is because the damn ownership.
Yes, Ford. Yeah. So you want to look back at week 1 real quick?
Sure. Let's flash back to week 1, guys, and we'll run over some scores.
We started off with a dandy Thursday night, and it ended with a great one on Monday night. So I thought it was a great opening weekend.
Oh, the first week 1 was awesome, dude. It was awesome.
Yeah, that Buccaneers Cowboys game.
That was a phenomenal game. I mean, Prescott, I'm looking at the stats right now. Prescott went 42 of 58 for 403 and 3 touchdowns.
I mean, both teams did not run the football at all.
That's impressive. Cooper went off, man. Amari Cooper, 13 catches, 139 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's a day right there.
But just when you thought, oh man, Dallas got it. Tom Brady, the alien.
Tom Brady does Tom Brady things.
He did. They just go right down the field. I even said, I said, wow. I think they left him too much time on the clock. And they did. He went right down the field, and they got the field goal, and Tampa Bay wins again, man.
Well, the thing that got me about that game was the Dallas defense had 2 picks on Brady.
Yeah.
They had 2 interceptions on him.
that just was a very, very entertaining. I don't know.
That OPI call is what ultimately did Dallas in at the end.
Yeah. But man, that was a very entertaining game.
I tell you one thing, man, that was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
That was like it was like 800 yards of offense. Like it was fun to watch.
All right.
So we go from the Thursday night, and then we go down to the Eagles and the Falcons, which the Eagles absolutely demolished the Falcons 32-6. It wasn't even close. Jalen Hurts, 27 of 35, 264 on in the air, and 3 touchdowns. So the young man had himself a day.
Like I said, I mean they had pressure on Matt Ryan the whole game. Because this is one of the games that we had in our area. But I mean, man, the Falcons. I mean,
they look bad. The Falcons are going to be a bad team. Like they're going to there's no like if that's like a preview of what their season's going to be like, they're going to be picking top 5, top 6 easy.
Again, yeah.
Easy.
That's probably what they need though.
Now I got to watch this. I got to watch part of this game while I was tailgating. The Steelers taking on the Bills. This was a good one, man. This was a good game. Steelers squeak a victory out 23-16. Josh Allen, 30 of 51, 270, and 1 touchdown. Let's see what old Big Ben did. Berger went 18 of 32, 188, and 1 touchdown. So not a lot of yards in the air for Big Ben. Najee Harris was no better. 16 carries, 45 yards.
There was only 1 turnover by Buffalo, so it wasn't like they turned the ball over so many times. Just, but this was a lot of people, or the pickers.
Didn't like every expert out there pick. Didn't like every expert out there pick Buffalo to win that game too. Like everything that I saw, like ESPN, all of them, CBS, all the football stations, everybody. I think there was like 2 people out of every broadcast I watched that picked the Steelers to win that game. That was another rock fight though, just back and forth all game. So after the Steelers in Buffalo, we're going to head to the Vikings and the Bengals. And this was another close call. This actually took more than regulation to finish this one off. The Bengals win in overtime, 27-24.
Yeah, and you were correct. It was at the final play of the game. So
as overtime expired, right? They kicked the field goal. Yeah.
So a tie if you missed it, but man,
your top performers in that game for the Vikings and the Bengals: Kirk Cousins, 36 of 49, 351 in the air and 2 touchdowns. Joe Mixon, 29 carries, 127 yards and 1 touchdown. And then Jamar Chase lighting it up for Cincinnati. 5 catches, 101 yards, and 1 touchdown.
If they can never get an offensive line, they might have a chance to make some noise in the AFC.
Yeah, no, the problem I've noticed with them is their interior line is terrible. Like their center and guards are awful. If you watch when they get blitzed up the middle, there's a hole you could drive a truck through when they run stunts in the middle of the field. But that was a close game. Now, this next game, 49ers taking on
Detroit.
The 49ers taking on the Lions. The score was 41-33, but that was not indicative of how that game went.
Frisco was up. They were big.
San Francisco basically waved the white flag in the third quarter and just completely took all their stuff. Like they were like, yeah, whatever.
I think they're up like 41-17 with like 2 minutes to go in the game, and Detroit scored 2 touchdowns.
That's what I mean. Like the final like quarter, they just gave up. Like they literally just took their foot off the gas and was like, whatever. But that's a W for San Francisco. Again, the Jared Goff for the Lions, 38 of 57, 338 in the air, 3 touchdowns for Goff on his new team. Elijah Mitchell for San Fran, the running back, 19 carries, 104 yards, and 1 touchdown. So the young man taking over for Mozart, I assume, having himself a nice day. And then Deebo Samuel absolutely torched the Lions.
Yeah.
9 catches, 189 yards, and a touchdown. Wow. So next up is the Cardinals and Titans game. Cardinals taking the W in that one, 38-13. Kyler Murray, 21 of 32, 289 in the air, and 4 touchdowns. So he lit it up as well. Chase Edmonds, 12 carries, 63 yards. And then DeAndre Hopkins, 6 catches, 83 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So again, a nice day for basically any receiver on the Cardinals.
Looks like Kyler Murray made the right choice of going football to the baseball.
Absolutely, no doubt.
Because that was a big thing when he came out of Oklahoma. That he wasn't going to go to the draft, NFL. He was going to play baseball, and he's a good baseball player too. But then
he will like didn't he get drafted? He got drafted too, right? To I forget what team. What somebody took. Somebody drafted him in baseball.
Might have been Oakland. I can't remember who it was.
But he, yeah, like you said, he made the right choice.
Yeah, a lot of people questioned his height, and so far he's outperformed some of the experts, so to speak.
All right, Seattle taking on the Colts, and the Seahawks get the dub, and they will go to 1-0, 28-16. Russ went 18 of 23, 254 in the air, 4 touchdowns for Wilson. So he had himself a day. Chris Carson on the ground, 16 carries, 91 yards, no touchdowns though. Tyler Lockett, 4 catches, 100 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So Russ lit the Colts up through the air.
He's good, man. He's been doing it for several years.
He's been doing it for a long time. He has. He definitely has. He's still doing it well, too.
Yeah. So the Seahawks beat the Colts. And they're 1-0 in the NFC West.
Now, moving on to the Chargers and the Washington football team. Chargers take the W in a close one, 2016. Justin Herbert, 31 of 47, 337, 1 touchdown. Antonio Gibson, 20 carries for 90 yards. Excuse me, guys. Keenan Allen, 9 catches for 100 yards. So a good day through the air again for Herbert.
But yeah, like we said, the Chargers finally won a close game. Last year they had all those close losses. They had one against the Saints. They had a lead against the Saints late in the game last year, and they blew that one. The Chargers did. So, but it was a lot. I think you're right. It was like 8 games they lost. And it was 7 points or less. I mean, they just lost every close game last year. At Los Angeles, and
turn your TV down, motherfucker. I got monetization on.
What's that?
What is that? Your TV in the background?
No, there's nothing. I don't have TV on. What do you hear?
What do you got?
I'm outside.
I hear something. Hold on. All right, we're good. Never mind. It was on. I thought it was your TV. I was like, "The fuck am I hearing?" It was on my end. I got it.
Okay. All right.
There was some commercial in on the background.
Oh, okay.
God damn it! Hey, stop chewing on my leg. Move that way.
Dog or the cat?
The cat.
Cat.
Well, lay down.
He wants to be part of the show.
He's like chewing on my leg.
Well, do you feed him?
I do. He's got a full dish of food over there. He just likes to be an asshole sometimes. He's kind of like me.
Yeah, kind of like you.
He's kind of an asshole. I'm kind of an asshole. It works out.
Nice. So we got next on the games.
So next up, we got the Jets and the Panthers, and the Panthers squeak out a win there, 19-14. Sam Darnold gets his revenge on his old team, 24-35, 279 in the air and a touchdown.
I guess he wasn't seeing ghosts this time, wasn't it?
No, not at all. Not at all. He looked pretty good.
So yeah. I'm gonna look at McCaffrey's stats because
McCaffrey was 29 for 98 on the ground and 89 in the air.
so he had like almost 100, like 180 yards. Man,
180 almost 180 all-purpose yards. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
So he torched the Jets.
Torched him.
Next up, the Jaguars and Texans, and the Texans beat the Jaguars handily. And I don't know, Goose. I've heard a whole bunch of rumors that like Urban Meyer is not doing well in Jacksonville. Like they are, players and coaches already hate his ass.
I didn't think his the way he coaches will work in the NFL. Like Saban, it just doesn't work in the NFL. It's better suited for college. You can't talk to players like that. You can't yell at the players and tell them what to do.
He don't know how to act. Like it was basically what everybody was talking about in the beginning, that his attitude would never translate to, you can't do that on an NFL field. Like
when he took the job to begin with,
he's always kind of been an ass too. You know what I mean? Like just like that. Like he's always had that attitude too.
But
But Trevor Lawrence, not bad for his NFL debut. He did throw 3 picks though, so he's got to knock that off. It was 28 of 51, 332 in the air and 3 touchdowns, but also 3 interceptions.
Yeah, I said that they needed to start him this year and let him get his bad year out quickly. Let him learn on the fly.
He needs a better coach though. They need to fire Urban Meyer and get another coach in there. Seriously, they need to. With a better coach, he would do better.
But Peyton Manning started his year and threw all those interceptions, and he learned. So I think Lawrence will learn also. But they're not winning. They're not winning this year. Anything. So you might as well let them throw interceptions and learn.
And let's be honest too. They're not going to be good for at least 3 more seasons. They're even worse off than the Jets. They need the Jaguars are a bad football team. They need a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
They don't have much help surrounding Lawrence either. So for him to throw for 330 with the trash heap, the scrap heap that he's working with of talent, that's pretty good. All right, moving down, Goose. We're almost done. Moving down, we got the Browns taking on the Chiefs, and that one a close game as well. The Browns choked that one away, 33-29. Pat Mahomes once again having himself a day. This is not uncommon. 27 of 36, 337, 3 touchdowns.
Jesus.
Nick Chubb on the ground for the Browns, 15 carries, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns for Chubb. So obviously the Kansas City rush defense not so good. And Tyreek Hill absolutely smoked the Browns secondary. 11 catches, 197 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, it was the second half. Cleveland had 22 points at halftime, and only scored 7 the rest of the way.
Yeah.
So it was the second half.
The Browns themselves.
All right.
Yeah, they crapped their pants in the second half. All right, the Patriots taking on the Dolphins. This was a 1-point game. Unfortunately, it was a 1-point loss for my New England Patriots. 17-16. Mac Jones, 29 of 39, 281 in the air, 1 touchdown. Damian Harris, 23 carries, 100 yards. And for the Dolphins there, the standout player, Devontae Parker, 4 catches, 81 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's Alabama quarterbacks, Tua and Mac Jones going at it, man. So
Man, screw Tua. We got the better quarterback.
I saw you how y'all lost the turnover late in the game. I was like, oh wow, man.
Fumble from Damian Harris on the 10-yard line. Terrible way to lose.
Yeah.
Now this one, Goose, the Saints and Packers going at it, and Jameis Winston and company absolutely demolish. And I mean steamroll the Packers 38-3. Winston 14 of 20 for 148 and 5 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara with 83 on the ground and 20 carries. And then Deontay Harris, 2 catches, 71 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, but it's like we said earlier. The Packers gave up at the halftime. Aaron Rodgers, like he didn't care.
Oh, they absolutely waved the white flag after the half. They knew. I think they knew they were done.
When he threw the interception around the goal line.
Yep.
Half that was pretty much it.
Well, that was their one chance to at least get some sort of momentum going, and the Saints took it right from them. And I think, like you said, after that moment, they were cooked.
And then he had another bad interception where he threw it in double coverage. The safety came over the top and helped. And that was a horrible throw by Rodgers. So yeah, he gave up. The Packers gave up in that game.
Yeah, no, it was not good. It was not a good game for them at all. All right, Broncos and Giants, and this game was not indicative of how the score actually really was, because the Giants got a last minute, like last second touchdown from Daniel Jones. That score should have been 27-6.
Yeah. When I saw the Giants go up early, I was like, oh man! I said they in the I think second quarter they scored a touchdown. I was like, oh, maybe Daniel Jones will be good this year. And then
so get this stat line right. The rush defense for the Giants was terrible. Melvin Gordon, right, the running back for the Broncos, 11 carries, 101 yards,
wow.
1 touchdown. That's 9 yards a carry.
That's almost 10 yards a carry.
That's like 9.8, 9.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, they ran the ball 28 times for 165. Yeah. And then Daniel Jones is your leading. How can your quarterback be your leading rusher for New York? That can't happen.
They're going to be bad this year, Goose. You watch. The Giants are going to be bad this year. I don't know, man. I gotta just looking at how that was played. That was a bad game. That was a bad game. Bad look for them.
And if this is a big game for them coming up against Washington Thursday, they can't lose that.
No, because if they lose that game, then their shot for like a wild card is out the window. Next game, Goose, second to last game of week 1. The Bears taking on the Rams.
Rams destroyed them.
And the Rams just, it was once again that game. The Bears got a late one later in the game. But that score should have been 34-7. I mean, they just took them apart. Like you said, they just absolutely took them apart and destroyed them. Matt Stafford missed 6 balls the whole day, 20 for 26, 321, 3 touchdowns. And but I will say this, right? Chicago, the LA rush defense was not good. David Montgomery for Chicago, 16 carries, 108 yards, and 1 touchdown. So clearly the Bears could run on them. They just couldn't throw.
Then we had the Monday night game. This was the game of the weekend.
No doubt. No doubt.
I was going to say it was going to be the Thursday night game, but this one happened. And man, this was a crazy, crazy game. Of course it went to overtime. Because the Ravens kicked the field goal late in regulation,
to tie it. Yeah.
To take the lead, and then the Raiders had no timeouts left. They had like 37 seconds, and they actually get in the field goal range. And they kicked the field goal to tie it. I couldn't believe it that the Raiders actually were able to get in the field goal range with no timeouts left. And then the overtime period was just insane. I mean, you had the touchdown pass we thought was a touchdown pass, and the confetti was popping. You know, everybody was on the field celebrating, and then he's down the 1 yard line, and then why did they do the hard count?
Carr through the interception in the end zone. Don't forget about that one.
But remember he had the hard. They were on the goal line. He had the hard count that put the ball back 5 yards.
Well, yeah. Yep.
And that changed their play calling up. Then he rifled the ball. I think it was Hunter Renfrow. Should have caught it. He would have scored easily. Then the ball goes up in the air, and the Ravens pick it off. I was like, wow, that's why I don't bet. That's why I don't bet. And then the Ravens get the ball, and then they fumble.
And then they fumbled. When they fumbled it, I was like, "Oh no, I was like, the Raiders are gonna win this game."
But then the Raiders line up for a field goal. They get a delay of game call. The ball gets pushed back, and then they throw the touchdown pass.
I know.
I was like, "Wow, you can't make this up." It's like you can't make this up. I was like, "Wow."
Scottzilla in the house. What's up, Scott?
But the Raiders, man, the Las Vegas and the Death Star over there, man.
I know that was a wild game.
It was good to see. It was actually good to see fans back in the stands.
In the stands. Oh, dude. If I tell you one thing, I went to that Pats game. It felt normal finally. You know what I mean? It felt back to normal. It was good, man. It was just good to have that back.
Yeah. So all in all, I thought week 1 was pretty good. You had some blowouts, but especially the Monday night game really topped it off. So and I did like how I don't think they're gonna do this the whole year. How they put both one on ABC and the ESPN.
Yeah.
I don't know why they just don't move it to ABC, but I don't know. I don't get it. But did you watch any of the Peyton and Eli on ESPN2?
That was funny.
Yeah. Hopefully they. I think they are keeping that.
I hope they do because that was hilarious. That was pretty good.
Yeah. So it's something different than just having the announcer call the game the whole time. So, but I did like that. So. All right.
No, that was pretty good though. I did. Hopefully they have like a weekly segment. Hopefully.
Yeah. That's week 1, man. Week 1's in the books. We're already in week 2.
That was a good week though. There was a lot of good games. There was like 2 or 3 like blowouts out of the whole like lineup of games, which was pretty good. So for the most part, we got good football.
I agree.
But once again, guys, we're going to be doing this weekly again. So me and Goose's Pick'em show is back. It'll be Tuesdays or Wednesdays in the middle of the weekend, right around probably this time. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Goose, your Saints are 1-0. Good.
1-0.
Good. They certainly had a good showing coming up, man. They had a good showing this week. Hopefully my Patriots can get win number 1 against the damn Jets coming up.
I think the Patriots they should beat the Jets. But
the damn Jets.
The NFL.
Fuck the Jets. I hate the Ravens even worse though. Those out of even more than my division rivals. I hate the Ravens. I hate that team worse than all of them.
Great.
But thanks again, guys. That's our picks for week 2 and then the wrap up for week 1. We will be back at it again next week, wrapping up week 2 and picking week 3. So we will see you guys later on. Y'all have a good one. Thanks again for tuning in. We appreciate y'all, and we will see you next time. We're out of here. Peace.